In this world, some places are not just temples, they are portals. What if I told you there's a mountain that is not just sacred, but is considered Lord Shiva himself? A fire that once engulfed the heavens still burns symbolically here. And a temple so vast and ancient, it holds secrets hidden from even time itself. This is not mythology, it is Tiruvannamalai. In this video, we'll unveil the divine mysteries of the Arunachaleswarar Temple, how a flame became a mountain, how Lord Shiva revealed his infinite form, and why saints for thousands of years walked to this holy ground barefoot. Stay till the end to discover the cosmic secret of the Agni Lingam, the mystery of the Annamalai Deepam flame, the pathless path of Girivalam, and the story behind the divine silence of Bhagavan Ramana Maharshi. Welcome to Samskara.samskruti, where we bring you the untold stories of Bharat's glorious history, traditions, and movements that shaped our nation. Chapter 1. When the fire became Shiva himself. Long ago, in the age when gods walked the earth and the cosmos was still young, a great debate arose. Lord Vishnu and Lord Brahma began arguing over who among them was supreme. To settle the matter, a blinding pillar of light erupted from the earth, an infinite flame that pierced the skies and vanished into the heavens. It was Lord Shiva, appearing as Arunachala Jyoti, the fire that has no beginning or end. Lord Vishnu became a boar and dug deep into the earth to find its base. Brahma turned into a swan and flew high to find its top, but neither could reach the limits. In the end, they bowed to the greatness of Shiva. That eternal flame is said to have cooled into the mountain we now call Arunachala. This is not a symbol. Shaivites believe the mountain is Shiva, not represents him, not houses him, but is him. Chapter 2. The temple that mirrors the cosmos, built across 25 acres, with 4 massive gopurams piercing the skyline, the Arunachaleswarar Temple is not just an architectural wonder, it's a sacred map of the cosmos. Every corridor, shrine, and hall is aligned not just with the sun and stars, but with deep spiritual purpose. There are 9 main towers representing the 9 planets. The central sanctum, home to Arunachaleswara, houses the Agni Lingam, the fire element, among the Panchabhuta. Lingams earth, water, fire, air, and ether. This is the fire lingam. And unlike other lingams, this one radiates a mystical heat during rituals, felt by many devotees even from a distance. Inside, the lingam is never touched directly. Priests perform abhishekam, ritual bathing, with layers of sacred water, milk, and ghee, preserving its divine fire energy. Of the 5 elemental temples of Shiva, only here does the flame still burn. Chapter 3. Girivalam, walking the pathless path of Moksha Margam. On every full moon night, a silent wave moves through Tiruvannamalai. Thousands walk barefoot around the sacred Arunachala hill. This is Girivalam. But it's not just a ritual, it's a journey through lifetimes. The 14-kilometer path is lined with ancient shrines, hidden Siddha caves, and energy centers aligned to the stars. Each step around this mountain is said to burn karma, layer by layer. And then comes a moment, a narrow, humble stretch of road known as Moksha Margam, the path of liberation. There are no grand gates, no glowing signs, just a stillness that presses into your soul. Mystics say, only those with true humility can pass through this path with awareness. To walk here is to symbolically shed the ego, leaving behind the I, the pride, the false self. Even Bhagavan, Ramana Maharshi, who lived in absolute silence, considered Girivalam the highest form of worship. He said, to go around Arunachala is to be absorbed by its grace. And on this path, Moksha Margam, many have wept, knelt, or simply stood still, as if something beyond the mind touched their heart. There's a path around Arunachala, where ego melts and only truth remains. They call it Moksha Margam. Chapter 4. Karthigai Deepam, the day the sky burns. Every year during the Tamil month of Karthigai, a giant cauldron filled with ghee is lit atop the Arunachala hill. It's no ordinary fire. It represents the infinite light that Lord Shiva once revealed. Millions gather chanting Annamalai Arunachaleswarar as the sacred fire is lit, visible from 30 kilometers away. The flame burns for 11 days, and during this time, it's believed that Shiva's presence covers all of Tiruvannamalai. The flame becomes the lingam, the mountain becomes the god, the town becomes the temple. Once a year, Shiva reveals his infinite form, not in a temple but as a flame on a mountain. Chapter 5. Ramana Maharshi and the Silent Teaching. In 1896, a young boy named Venkataraman suddenly became absorbed in a profound spiritual experience, without guidance, without books. He left home and came to Arunachala. There, in a cave called Virupaksha, he sat in silence for years. He became Bhagavan Ramana Maharshi, one of India's greatest sages. He said nothing for many years, yet pilgrims from all over the world came to sit with him. Why? Because Arunachala, he said, is the silent guru. His method of self-inquiry, who am I, became a spiritual revolution. And to this day, seekers come to meditate in the caves he once lived in. What if silence could teach more than 1,000 books? Ramana Maharshi found his guru in a mountain. Chapter 6. The Lingam that cannot be seen. In the temple's deepest sanctum lies the Agni Lingam, but few know this. There is said to be another invisible lingam behind it, known only to a select few priests and yogis. Some claim it is a Tejo Lingam, a light-based energy form that doesn't exist in material dimension. It is not worshipped with touch or sight, but with inner vision and surrender. Some say there's a lingam at Arunachala that can't be seen with human eyes. Chapter 7. Arunachala in the Puranas and Siddha texts. The Skanda Purana, Shiva Purana, and many agamas speak of Arunachala not as a mountain, but as the spiritual heart of the universe. Siddha masters like Agastya and Bogar wrote that the mountain emits subtle energy that activates higher chakras. According to the texts, even Parvati Devi once came here to perform penance and unite with Lord Shiva. It is said the marriage of Shiva and Parvati spiritually happens here again and again through every deepam, every chant, every breath. Conclusion: Tiruvannamalai is not just a town. The mountain is not just a rock. The temple is not just architecture. It's a living, breathing portal of fire. To walk its paths, to witness the flame, and to surrender in silence is to experience Shiva, not in form but in formless presence. If this divine fire touched your soul, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Check the pinned comment for your next journey into India's sacred secrets. And remember, the flame of Arunachala still burns, waiting to awaken the fire within you. Om Arunachaleswaraya Namaha.